Shalom, this is James Trim, and today I want to share with you some powerful truths from my new released book, The Everlasting Torah for All Generations Forever, which is now available on Amazon. The link will be in the video description. This book is more than a study, it's a declaration. It challenges one of the most destructive lies in the modern religious world, the idea that the Torah has been abolished. We're going to look at the scriptures, at what the scriptures actually teach about Torah, Messiah, and the identity of the faithful remnant in the last days. Let's get started. So Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy repeat a phrase over and over and over. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. Exodus 27:21, Leviticus 23:14 and verse 21, Numbers 15:15, etc., etc., etc. In fact, this idea is repeated throughout the Torah and in other scriptures as well. Similarly, for example, Psalm 119 verse 160 says, every one of your righteous judgments endures forever. Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 2 says, you shall not add to the word, neither shall you diminish from it. And Yeshua affirms in Matthew chapter 5 verses 17 through 19, do not think that I have come to destroy the Torah, he says, till heaven and earth pass away, not one yud or one mark shall pass from the Torah. So how do we get to a place where many believe and many believers think that the Torah has been done away with? According to Deuteronomy 13, even if a prophet performs miracles, if he leads people away from Torah, he's a false prophet. And that makes it clear that the Torah is not a temporary measure. It's a foundation of faith. Before we continue, I need to pause and speak to you a little bit from the heart. Friends, we're in a battle, not just one for truth, but for survival. Our ministry is urgently short of funds. As I record this, we are overdrawn by nearly $500. In fact, we are overdrawn by $500, and we are actually in the negative pending by that amount right now today. We need to make a deposit for at least $500 by the end of the day today, or our account will go into the negative, and then that'll start a chain reaction of returned items and fees. So we urgently need to request your help today. If this podcast blesses you, if the restoration of Nazarene Judaism matters to you, if you want to see this truth reach more hearts and minds, please take a moment right now to donate. You can send donations by PayPal to donations@wnae.org or at the donate link in the video description. I'll even say that because we have an urgent need to raise funds by the end of the day today, if you possibly can, we need you to send donations by PayPal or Zelle today, because GoFundMe donations take several days to reach us. So if you possibly can, donate by Zelle or GoFundMe, we really appreciate it. We need your help now more than ever. Let me get back to our message, though, today. The remnant of Revelation and the Nazarenes. In Revelation chapter 12, verse 17, and chapter 14, verse 12, describe the last days remnant as those who, quote, keep the commandments of Elohim and have the testimony of Yeshua. Similar pair of things runs throughout the book of Revelation. This is exactly what the historical Nazarenes did. According to the so-called church fathers, they believed in Yeshua as the Messiah. They observed Torah, including Sabbath, circumcision, and the feasts. They read the scriptures in Hebrew, and they even preserved the Gospel of Matthew in Hebrew as it was first written. As Epiphanius said about them, though critically, they are nothing but Jews except they believe in Messiah. That's the remnant. It's us. So here's something revolutionary and yet ancient. The Torah is the gospel. Yeshua preached the gospel of the kingdom in Matthew 4:23. But what gospel? According to Isaiah 8:20, which is being referenced here, the Torah and the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it's because there is no light in them. And then it moves on to Isaiah chapter 9, verses 1 through 4, prophesying that a great light would shine in Galilee. That light was the Torah. And in Matthew chapter 4, verses 12 through 23, Yeshua brings that light to Galilee. In fact, Matthew chapter 4 here is quoting Isaiah chapter 9, verses 1 through 4. That's the gospel that he was proclaiming. In fact, in Matthew 12:21, in the original Hebrew version, preserved by the Nazarenes, it actually quotes Isaiah 42, "The isles shall wait for his Torah." But later, Greek scribes changed it to say, "In his name the Gentiles shall trust," removing the Torah from the gospel. Why? Because Gentile church couldn't tolerate the idea that Yeshua brought Torah to the nations. But the truth has been preserved. The gospel is the Torah. It is the light for all nations. The Torah is the gospel. And Messiah is the one who delivers it. Let's talk about faith, grace, and Torah. We hear a lot about faith and grace. But some say the Torah and grace are opposites. That's not true. Even in Genesis chapter 6, verse 8, we read, Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh. Abraham was justified by faith in Genesis 15:6, and yet he kept the commandments according to Genesis 26:5. James calls the Torah of liberty in James 1:25, and Psalm 119 says, "I will walk in freedom, for I seek your precepts." True freedom doesn't come from rejecting Torah. It comes from walking in it. Torah is the path of life. It is not bondage. This message is urgent. It's ancient. And it's now available in full detail in my book, The Everlasting Torah for All Generations Forever, available on Amazon. You'll find the link in our video description. Whether you're new to the restoration of Nazarene Judaism or a longtime student of Torah, this book lays out the case with clarity, scriptures, and historical backing. I urge you, get a copy, read it, share it. Also, if you haven't donated to support this work, please go and do that right now. You can donate at the link in the video description, or sending donations by PayPal to donations@wnae.org. I want to share something else with you that's a bit off topic, but Romans 1:20 tells us that the universe itself expresses Elohim. And some of you may know I dabble in theoretical physics. And I wrote a paper recently, July 7th, actually, which I'll put the link for those that are interested in reading physics papers. It's an in-depth paper, and it's titled "A Complete Formulation of the Grand Unified Field Theory of Asymmetry, Space-Time and Gravity as Emergent Phases of the Dark Energy Quantum Field." What this theory does is it brings together relativity and quantum theory into one system, and the result of this, the concepts related in this paper resolve almost every problem in theoretical physics today. Now, I will put the link to the theoretical physics paper for any that are interested. However, for the common reader, I have also just recently published, available on Amazon, a book that lays out the theory in about 300 pages. And that book is titled Unbalanced Beauty, Why Asymmetry Built the Cosmos. And it explains, well, for example, in this book, there is no Big Bang origin to the universe. The universe, there are no singularities, according to this theory. And there's a lot more for those that are interested in understanding the universe better. So I'll put the link to both the theoretical physics paper and the book. I'll probably do a separate video on this in the near future. And also, of course, we just recently published the Everlasting Torah, which is 373 pages. And about half the Torah book, the Everlasting Torah for all generations forever, about half the book makes the affirmative argument that the Torah is for all generations forever from the scriptures. The second half of the book responds to passages in the New Testament that are commonly misunderstood as saying that we don't need to keep Torah. The Torah has been abolished, and gives ready answers to those commonly misunderstood passages. Finally, I want to ask everybody to like this video. Let us know what you think in the comments, in the discussions. Participate in the discussions in the comments sections. Subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you get notified when new videos come out. And share this video with your friends. Until next time, everybody,